to actually model the nose. Let's first, because we now made everything symmetrical, I have to model symmetrically, which is not very hard if you're used to it. I'm just making an effort to watch what I'm doing and making selections symmetrical and using the right tools, for instance the scale tool, to move things symmetrically. Now let's see, this looks like a good place to start with the nose. I'll just do a simple extrusion, and I'm seeing through the eye socket that I made a little boo-boo because I shouldn't have selected through the object. Oh, it looks like a koala now. Hang on, I'll just back it up a little bit, take the selection tool, switch this on, and then I'll just select the right polygons. You know what? Let's make an inner extrude first. Inner extrude is the eye on your keypad, and I'll just move it out like that. And next thing I'll do, the bottom half has to go outward and this has to go inward, so I'll just rotate it. And maybe it will mess up the geometry at another angle, so I still have to turn, but this is not half bad. I actually like this a lot. So that's the first part, and I'll just move it over like this. I don't like this bit, and one way of getting rid of that is maybe I should cut it. Yeah, why not? I'll just insert a line here, and I'll make a selection of these two. Let's see. Right, and I use the knife tool just to cut a path here. I get a little triangle, I know, but it's not that bad. And I'll just make a line. Restrict to selection, fine. Visible only, fine. Create angles, not so fine. So I'll just go from here to roughly here. And now we created an extra point over there, but we can adjust this so that it will go around. And I'll just select these two polygons and do exactly the same thing because I want to work symmetrically. So that's what it is. Now we can actually model the eye sockets a little bit better. So I'll just select these 2 points. Again, I'm trying to work as symmetrically as possible and move this back. I like this. Right, the forehead is a little bit pointy now, so let's move this one back like so. This is fine. Doesn't have to have a huge brow or anything like that. Oh, I just made a dent. Something like that. Okay. This is rather good. Now, if you usually screw up the nose when you do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. Nostrils. And I used to call them side wings. And I'm just, again, selecting symmetrically. Hitting the D for extrusion and just pulling them out a bit, not too far, and just pulling them back. And maybe put them down a little bit, like this. And these two can go in. So just make this a selection and just scale these so that the edges basically go towards each other. Oh, that looks pretty good. Now let's see what it does when I hit the Q. It's not half bad. It's sort of like a little teeny bit here. Let's see. Now I take these two edges here and here, and make it a little bit more narrow, like that. Not too much. Let's see. That's a nice little nose. Let's move the nostrils in a little bit. Let's make this crease a little bit harder without actually making the crease harder. So I'm just moving it into the other part of the surface. This looks rather neat. Now you can make the openings here of the nostrils, but I'm not going to bother because it's a cartoony face, and this actually looks rather nice. Using this eye in a symmetry object is not going to work because your character is going to look cross-eyed every single time. So just make two proper eyeballs, and the way to do that is just copy the first eyeball over and change the coordinates over the x-axis, and of course I have to make them visible. And he's cross-eyed right now. Yeah, you're absolutely right. But that's because one is rotated a little bit. Oh, they're both. So let's put this to 0. Right, now he's looking straight ahead. The corners of the eyes are too far apart from the nose, so we have to correct that. So final part probably is how to tweak this face symmetrically.